What's going on, guys? This is Travesty here, and we are back rocking the Canberra 2 Cannons merch once again. We are here for week 3 of the PPL. So it's not been going great. We're 0-2. This is actually the first time I've lost consecutive games. And if we go back to PPL NX with the timing of everything, the last battle I've played at this point is the silver bracket quarterfinals, which I lost. So I've lost 3 games in a row. Prior to this, have never lost more than a single game in a row, all the way back to 2016. So this is terrible. I'm not having a good time. I've now lost three on the trot and hating life a little bit. So spoiler alert: I'm gonna make some changes to the team after this battle. It's just not gelling. There's a few mongs I'm not super happy with, and we can't get rid of all of them with what's available on the board, to be honest. But we can try and gerrymander something together that works. Jerry-rig something together. Gerrymander's not the right word there. Jerry-rig something together that maybe fits me a little bit better. But we'll see what we can do. But in the meantime, we are facing JV, who I've never played before. And I don't know why there's JV and Gravy in this league. It's very confusing. I don't know if they're like related or not, but we do have the matchup on screen there. He can bring sand and I can bring sun, so that's an interesting angle. He has my favorite Spooder, the Araquanid, who is always a threat, even without Terra. I think that thing is just fantastic in Draft League. He has a Terra Monkey Dory, which is interesting, and then Terra Hooper and Granbull as well, and some pretty just like standard offensive threats. So the team I'm bringing a clear Amulet Roaring Moon first off. This is like the primary win con. If he's not Scarfed Meowscarada and we get up a Dragon Dance, this thing kind of can just win, with 2 caveats. And those caveats are basically just chip damage. So the rest of the team is more or less built to stop me getting swept by things and get chip on things. Because then if I can get the opportunity to DD up with this thing, forcing a switch, then it just cleans house after that. Next up we have Golden Go, rocking the Air Balloon. This is a stop myself getting swept by Sandrush Excadrill answer with Focus Blast. Focus Blast is a roll to kill, but it's a roll heavily in my favour unless they're like Chocolberry. Shadow Ball, Make It Rain, Nasty Plot. Nasty Plot is kind of just if we force a switch on something that can't touch us, like the Granbull, for example, or a choiced Hooper into Gunk Shot, or something like that. A choiced Raging Bolt into Dragon Move. We can Nasty Plot on the switch to then be able to hit something like the Dunsparce or the Hippowdon, or the Araquanid, much harder. Or even the Raging Bolt, honestly, because it has quite a few good switch-ins to Make It Rain. But being able to Nasty Plot and then hit them with like Shadow Ball instead is really nice. Next up we have another sweeper, Iron Thorns, running Terra Ice with DD, Terra Blast, EQ and Rock Slide. Some kind of spread investment there to try and take like a Scarf Meow hit into a Thunderclap from a Raging Bolt as best as possible. And then just kind of Ice, Terra Blast, EQ, Rock Slide hits his whole team for super effective or really strong damage. The Granbull is the best possible check to this. Depending on its Terra type as well. If it's like Terra Water, that's not great, because then our best move to hit it's like Rock Slide, which isn't super powerful. But it can't do a lot to us in return, particularly because my plan for Granbull, you'll see in a bit, I should be able to get it burned, hopefully. So that would set up for Iron Thorns to be able to really wreck house on this team. Then we have Primarina running Moonblast, Flip Turn, Encore, and Surf with Torrent this time. Didn't need the voice abilities at all. We've got defensive investment to, I actually can't remember what that was for. I think it's to take a hit from Hooper as best as possible. I think if it's like a not Life Orb Gunk Shot, we live it. And then the rest just in special attack, modest. Because his switch-ins to Moonblast do not appreciate a Surf. And like the Rotom and the Excadrill, even the I mean, Araquanid or Dunsparce can switch in on a Moonblast, but then we outspeed them and they don't do a lot. The really cool tech, though, on this Prim Arena is we are running 22 speed IVs, because at this speed stat, at 147, we underspeed a minimum speed Hooper Unbound by 1 point. And we should still then outspeed everything slower than Prim. Like, I'm not expecting to Dunsparce to speed creep at all, so we should still outspeed an uninvested Dun and Hippowdon and things like that. So we outspeed the things we need to outside Trick Room, and then if it's a Trick Room Hooper and we're predicting a Dark type move, we go into Prim Arena, we can then click Encore, and then it's encored into Trick Room, and we have a great time. So that's a cool tech that I wanted to show off, just in case that plays into account. It could also be Scarf Trooper though, so who knows. Then we have pretty standard Landorus at this point. I am running a minus attack nature with no attack investment, but with 31 speed IV, 31 attack IVs with Rock Slide. That still does enough to Fizz Def Rotom, which is the only thing that switches in on an Earth Power. Earth Power 2 it KOs Meowscarada. The Dunsparce, I think, still gets 2 KO'd even if like Speed Def, it has to be AV. Araquanid can switch in on Earth Power, obviously, but it doesn't appreciate a Rock Slide either. So we basically 2 KO the entire team with this thing, and then U-Turn is there if I want to grab some momentum, and it just annihilates Hooper and Meowscarada as well. In case it's like an AV Hooper that might be able to take a hit. If it doesn't Terror, it doesn't want a Terror, they've already burned it on something else, then we just U-turn out and just do like a billion to that thing. And then last up is fully Fizz Def Slitherwing with Will-O-Wisp, Morning Sun, U-turn, and Close Combat. Close Combat's pretty much just for the extra draw, so we have a way to beat that. Obviously, Morning Sun in the sand isn't great, but we should be able to stall the sand out with the pieces that we have. The main plan with this thing is that I'm expecting them to lead Meowscarada or Rotom. Rotom's a bit more of a problem for me, but if they lead Meow, this is my Meow check, and I can lead it, I can bluff the first impression, and then they will probably switch into either Gramble or Hippowdon, depending on what their team construction is. If Rotom's in the back, I might have to think about clicking U-turn instead of Willow, but the plan is basically Gramble should be a free switch into this thing every time, right? And so if I click Willow, I get it burned, then I can U-turn, get Chip on it, go into probably the Landorus, and then the Landorus can get up rocks, which forces Chip on it again, cycle, repeat, and just annihilate things that way. So yeah, that's the team, that's the plan. I have Terra Steel on Slither in case I need it, but I'm probably not going to use it. I'm probably almost going to certainly use Terra on Thorns instead. Yeah, so when I cut back, we'll be in the... Okay, we are back with the battle. So Jay has not brought the Excadrill or the Hippo, both of which I kind of thought would come. But other than that, probably about what we expected. Rotom Heat is a little bit annoying just because it does give him a ground immunity, but other than that, he doesn't have a switch into good old Landorus, so we'll see if we can play that one a little bit better. And I'm going to lead Slither. I think it's just... I don't know, if he leads Rotom that's bad, but otherwise it's pretty okay. Yeah, we're going to go with that. He's told me he's Terra Ghost on Gramble. And Terra Fairy on Hooper. So Hooper we're expecting kind of Fairy or Poison. Gramble, Ghost I'm a little perplexed by, I guess, to spin block the Torkoal. But, because Ghost just makes it weak to Moon. It does lead the road. No nicknames though, so we win by default. Well, poo. What do I want to switch into a Rotom Heat? I feel like a defensive pivot. Overheat won't kill, but there's no reason for me to risk that if it's not invested. Landorus can take one. Prim, I mean it burns my Wakan Berry if he just Volt Switches turn 1. But I think that's what I'm going to do. I think that's my safest play. If I'm hitting my Willow there, it just goes for 50. Okay. That does a lot. Oh, that's a crit. That explains it. So I did like 140 on a crit. So that is It looks like absolute max. So it looks like an offensive Rotom. Crit's a little bit annoying, but not the end of the world. We will still chew a Volt Switch now. Like, it'll do absolutely nothing. I don't think you stay in here. And, like, you don't really have a switch into a Moonblast at all. Maybe the Dedun, I guess. In which case, do I just want to flip turn? If it's like coiled Dedun, that's bad. I mean, we have Encore. I'm going to flip turn. I think it's a safe play. Switches out, so it could be Choice. Doesn't burn our Khan. Could be Scarfed. Yeah, he does just go into this thing. Flip turn did, yeah, looks like probably max HP, probably Spit Def. I'm going to go Slitherwing because it doesn't know we're defensive yet. And I mean, we still, CC would still hurt, yeah, like CC still hurts a lot. Yeah, that's looking like max HP, but no other investment. I am going to Willow here because burning this thing is nice. Burning the Grand Ball, which is what I expect to switch in, is better. Does withdraw, cool, so getting the pivoting game going. Landorus Earth Power is still 2k is especially defensive to done. That's insane, that's absolutely insane. Okay, we do get the burn off we get, that's great. That is exactly what we wanted. And it is Intimidate as expected. So the game plan is to chip this thing down and then win with Roaring Moon, or potentially, because he doesn't have the sand, potentially Thorns just goes super hard. So I'm going to U-turn here to Scout. He does switch, okay, so you do get the initiative there, he's pulling a double. He goes into Rotom. To Scout for the Terra Steel move potentially. And I might just go Iron Thorns here, or Landorus. We know you're offensive, Rotom. If you're like max special attack. Into a Landorus. Overheat will hurt. Willow would also hurt. Could go Prim, but I'd rather save the Wakan Berry if I can. Could go Moon, but he could have Willow, and we don't kill anyway. So I think Iron Thorns is the play. Because if he burns us, I'm not too worried. I mean, like, it's not great. Let's see, can we scout? Do you seem to have any HP investment from that U-turn? Did like 15. So it looks like it's got some HP or some defense. Actually, quite a bit. So it might not be Scarfed. It might just be max special attack. I am gonna DD. I wouldn't be surprised to see Willow come out here. But I don't need to sweep with this. I just need to chunk some things down enough. And Rock Slide just kills this. So you might not want to stay in. I mean, if he burns me, it doesn't, I guess. Thinking about it, we should chew any hit and resist both its stabs. He does Volt Switches. 62. Yeah, so it's confirming he does max special attack. Show me Grand Bull. Yeah, cool. That's what we thought. So we are at neutral. This thing is burned, so it's doing 0 damage to us. Even if I don't Terra, it might not 2 KO. If I do Terra, we're still not 3 KOing, so I'm going to... Question is, do you Thunder Wave? I'm going to Terra and DD. Again. Oh, I forgot the booster needs to be set to attack. So neutral, we would be 3 KOing. I'll Terra Blast now. Now we should 2 at KO. We're at +2 speed. So we should outspeed everything except Scarf and Masquerada. +2 speed, +1 attack. Just don't T-Wave. Earthquake. Sick. It's gonna do nothing. Now the question is, do I just get my damage? Because I don't think Meow can kill me from here if it is Choice Scarfed. Yeah. So I am gonna Terra Blast this. We won't Oko, but we will do a lot. We bring it down to the point where Roaring Moon, if we get a DD up with Roaring Moon, then we have a great time. Which, given the fact it looks like it's Choice Rotom, we might have a shot. And he could Thunder Wave here, so Terra Blast is my safer play. Man, I'm really not looking forward to the sound quality on this one. I'm sorry, guys. I have ordered a new mic and a mic stand and a pop filter and everything, but for the moment, it is what it is. Also, if you hear a dog start barking, that is Daisy the dude, who might come and say hi at the end if we sleep. But I don't want her to witness this violence. Okay, let's go mount. Play rough. Sick. So, do we outspeed a Choice Scarfed Hooper? We do. Do we outspeed a Choice Scarfed Rotom Heat? We do. So I don't think I have a reason not to Terra Blast here. Alright. The Grand Ball dies to Thorns. And now it's probably got to be the Dun. I think. Which will have to glare us. But again, we chunk everything down. Goes into Rotom. Interesting. Rotom Heat. Your max speed, Timid, Scarf, we're at +2, we outspeed. And if you're Charty Berry, this still has a roll to kill. So I'm just going to click Rock Slide and hope we land. Yeah, not Charty Berry, we do outspeed. Down goes Rotom. So again, it has to be the Dun. Yeah. We won't kill. If I get to +2, do we kill? Potentially. And then if I'm at +3 and paralyzed, we would outspeed this again. We outspeed this anyway, so I am just going to Terra Blast, I think. This should 2 KO. Yeah, brings it down super low. Should be Flare. Boom Burst. If that doesn't kill. So Thorns is gonna open up with a big 3 kills. So now there's a Hooper, a Raging Bolt, and Yaskarada. So show me Raging Bolt. There's no point preserving this now, but if he has Thunderclap, he goes Raging Bolt every time. Gonna DD, scout for Thunderclap. Yeah. We burn through them even if he doesn't. So I'm gonna DD again. Cool, there's 2 gone. We're at plus $1 billion. I'm gonna go for it again. These mind games, man. Are you a click Thunderclap all 8 times kind of guy? Because I stole these out from being able to revenge other things as well, right? So it's not the end of the world. Four. He's got at most 4 left. I don't even know where we're at in terms of damage, but does it matter? We're at +5, +6. Gonna go with 1 more. 5. Gonna go for 1 more. This is so dumb. He's got 2 left. If he specs... So here's the thing. He's got 2 left. I think you do it now. If he's an all 8, then you got me. He's thinking about it. Damn it. Good job. Okay. But we stalled him out of 7 of them, so he's only got 1 Thunderclap left. So he got rid of Thorns, but he's only got 1 left, and that is good for us to know. So what do we want to go into on this? I think Landorus, honestly. Because he's not booster. What a Draco kill. Draco's a roll to kill Lando. What about Primarina? What are you up to? So Thunderbolt won't kill Prim, so I think I go Prim and I click Moonblast. If he's got bulk investment, which he probably does, it won't kill, but it'll put it in range of anything else. Yeah, I'm gonna click Moonblast. Because if you Volt Switch, then something else dies, and if you stay in, I get a lot of damage on this. That's kind of... I feel bad for Prim, it's just my, like, take a hit, get 90% on the Dragon type and die one. If you're... Specs Thunderclap. Yeah, it does use Volt Switch, perfect. So we get something on the Switch, which is good. And it's not choice, so we know it's not specs. So Thorns was meant to chunk things down so Moon could sweep, but instead Thorns has just taken out all the walls, so now if Moon gets a DD and Yaskarada's not scarfed, or he just sacks it here. Okay, so now if Moon gets a DD, we win. just dies. Cool. In comes the Raging Bolt. I'm gonna be cheeky in case you don't have Thunderbolt. Or if you lock into a dragon move. Trying to predict the switch, but I don't really need Prim at this point. Golden Go is literally useless. Dies to Hooper and can't touch this. Unless Hooper's not Scarfed. But the way he's playing it, it really should be Scarfed. Thinking about his play again. Alright, Internet's just shit. Both are valid options. He does go for Volt Switch. That's fine. Going into the Hooper. Now the question is, what set are you? Always a question with this thing. So you could go Golden Go. Golden Go's kind of nice to just like chunk down the thing. Landorus is very nice because we know we outspeed the other thing. Could go Roaring Moon, and if you Terra Fairy, I don't kill. Wow. If he's bulky. I'm gonna go Sliverling here. So he could outspeed us even if he's not Scarfed, because we're not running a lot of speed investment. I'm gonna click Will-O-Wisp. Because this thing is just tough to play around. This thing is such a problem. Hopefully he's physical. That's all I'll say. Physical Trick Room or Physical Scarf were the options I was expecting, because he has to have Gunk for Prim. Does Terra, this is now a Fairy type. We'll see. And we do land, so it looks like Trick Room incoming. Or he's just... Yeah, that's Trick Room. Okay. That's fine, because now you're burned. So here's the Trick Room set. Man, I wish I'd kept the Prim for that Encore. That would have been sick. Okay. So now that you're burned... If he's special, then I just lose. Terra Fairy. So I don't think I have anything else that outspeeds this, underspeeds this, I mean. So I'm gonna Morning Sun, keep myself healthy, and scout what he wants to do. He goes for Terra Fairy, Terra Blast. Use special or physical. Or mixed. Cool. It definitely has some special investment, because that had to be a special Terra Blast. Go into Golden Go. Damn it. If I lose this to a Trick Room Hooper after I knew... Actually, we should live a Hyperspace Fury. Maybe. Maybe. It's a roll if he's max attack Life Orb. We just click Make It Rain and hope. Dark Pulse. Damn, that does more. Oh yeah, because it's not burned. Okay. And use Life Orb. So it looks like max special attack Life Orb. If your max special attack modest Life Orb, I live 1, and Earth Power should take you out from where you're at. With Hyperspace Pole, it's shown Dark Pulse and Terra Blast. The Psychic is a roll. Fuck this, man. I knew Trick Room was a threat, and I let Prim go down. Okay, just have Dark Pulse, don't flinch, 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 don't flinch. Yes! Oh, thank God, Landorus. Okay. So Hooper KOs Slither. Golden Go. So in comes the Raging Bolt, so now it comes down to stalling Trick Room turns. There's only 1 left. So, does Roaring Moon kill with a Dragon Claw? We do not. So, my play here is a bit of a 50-50. Because if he's like Assault Vest, we don't kill with an Earth Power. I should have done that earlier if I preserved gold. I sack the moon here, I think. Okay, it goes for Draco. Interesting, he risks the miss. Crit mattered, by the way. That means he can't, means he doesn't have, I mean he's got triple electric stat. So if I'd stayed in there I actually won. Because then Moon lived 1. At -2. Yeah. So now this comes down to if he's Sugarberry or AV. Or if he's got just a lot of Spadef. No sugar. AV. GG. Oh, and 3. Feels bad, man. I had the prep as well for Trick Room. Maybe I just need to work on not sacking mons needlessly to sweepers. Like if I'd calced Landorus there, because I knew he had special attack investment, he had 2 for the Terra Blast to work. So, on Slither. So if I'd gone Landorus with Life Orb and Burn Chip, or if I just attacked the Hooper with Slitherwing, with like CC would have done a 3rd, but yeah, that doesn't help. Man, this sucks. That's all I'll say. Cool. Well, next week we're up against Seabed. I think playoffs are slowly slipping away. I really thought I had my mojo back for Gen 9 after PPL NX sort of went okay, but I'm on a massive losing streak now. Four games in a row I've lost. So, and that one I think think I could have played that better. I think every game I could have played better, and that's what annoys me. I think my prep is okay, and then I just lose sight of things in play. So, see you guys next week.